join us this morning as guests to delve into matters that we'll be talking about is Sir Jerry Obodo, a public affairs analyst.
Sir Jerry,
good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for having me. It's good being here, Nigerians and the Anambra. Be with us.
It's also good knowing that you're always here very, very, very early. Each time you're...
For me, it's time.
Okay, time. Now, what about Omozo? All right, welcome. And he's going to go like this. We're starting off with our own Anambra Broadcasting Service website where we'll have some juicy stories, both local and international. So, Ajulu, let's take a swipe for it.
Yeah, let's take it. The first story we have for you on ABS website is Anambra governorship election. All support for Soludo as group holds prayer summit in Awka. Actors Guild of Nigeria plans to transform Anambra into a hub for film making and entertainment. We also have here Kano State government to convert 115-year-old prison to museum. And last but not the least, India, Philippines hold first joint seal naval exercises in disputed South China Sea. These are all we have for you on the front page of the website of ABS News. Quickly, let's delve into matters as it is right now.
Okay. You know, one of the stories there is about prayer summit. You know, it's good. I don't know your thoughts. You know, you're a knight, and a lot of people have criticized Nigerians about believing too much in prayers instead of action and all this. So I don't know your thoughts about this prayer rally.
Yeah.
Is it really needed for us to go to the polls and come back, you know, judiciously?
Yeah, and they say all work and no play makes Jack say no work, and all work and no play makes Jack not spiritually alive.
Wow.
So I can say that it's good to take care of the two. It's good to work and it's also good to pray, because everything you are doing, if God is not there, it means you are relying on human effort, and it may not pan out to be the way you want it. So the support group is a good thing to pray, and also a good thing to walk. They should walk, go to the field and do the grassroots convincing of the people, so that they can vote for the candidate of their choice.
Okay, and taking a look at the Kano State government converting 115-year-old prison to museum, I don't know if it's because of its old age or if it's because we don't have criminals there anymore. I know that prisons are always monuments because they span a number of years.
Yes, I think what may be on their minds.
Is there a replacement? Should they?
That's the area I want to go. For instance, they say if you cut one tree, plant 3 or 2 or 4. So if it is to convert it because it's already looking like a monument, and they have new ones, is a good thing. But if they don't have, and converting this, it means they are creating problems, because the ones they have, people are being choked because of the population of the inmates. A lot of illnesses are attributable to the
congestion
there
in the prisons.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see this story about Actors Guilds of Nigeria planning to transform Anambra into hub for film making and entertainment. I hope with extension to that, ABS will be considered, because there is a film village here that needs, will I say, it may be national or international movie making acclaim. What's your take on that, Sir Jerry?
Yeah, my take on that is that it is a welcome development. that will, equip the upcoming and the ones that are already there with the technique and the know-how to approach the filmmaking industry and entertainment. And if they could take a look at the one that is in APS premises and upgrade it to international level, it will be a good thing to reckon with while they are looking at other new ones.
You're welcome. Quickly, let's delve into the first paper we have for review this morning on ABS website, on Good Morning Anambra. And the first paper is Daily Times newspaper. The first story there, at the mast of Daily Times, you see the Tigress. Again, Tinubu celebrates champions with awards and rewards. And then you have 2027, Umai asks Southeast to forget presidential ambition. That you can find on page 2. And you have also 2025 WASC results. Up to 38.3% of candidates pass 5 subjects. That's coming from WAEC. Metal companies risk prosecution over purchase of stolen rail components. 2027 stop deceiving Tinubu on imaginary 2.5 million votes. Aipetani tells Okpebolo. And then we have Kingmakers nominate Ladoja as 44th Olubadan of Ibadan. Wike sets deadline for developers, vows revocation of underdeveloped lands. And that's all we have for you on the front page of the Daily Times newspaper.
Okay, we now have the Daily Sun, still from the Southeast zone. We have this on the masthead. Nigeria inches closer to 2 million BPD oil production target. Shock, outrage as 61% feel Wase. And then Wike hits Atiku. They are no econo. David Mark with a write that tells ex-VP, if I were your son, I would tell you to stop switching political parties. Claims David Mark was rejected as PDP chair. And then we have this one, APC brands El-Rufai, real threat to Nigeria's progress. Olubado Advisory Council nominates Ladoja as next Olubado. And then Oyetola vows sweeping reforms to end both mishaps as committee submits reports. These are what we have on both the Daily Sun and the Daily Times. So let's quickly take a look at
the Punch.
No, let's just go straight and take one of the now I think WAEC, the story became clearer where they said that's 8.32%, that's in Daily Times, and then Daily Sun now came and said 68 point something percent.
That the figure is different. 61% failed, 38 passed.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It makes it clearer, those that failed.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, what do you think about the quality of education that we have now, considering this yesterday's published WAEC results of our children?
It shows clearly that the children of nowadays are not serious with their books. They devote much time to social media stuff, social galivantes, and they hardly read now. The libraries they're doing nowadays are filled with young men and women reading, and the days of this coming of or nipping in the ball, the miracle centers is taking a lot of blow to them. Nowadays there's a serious checkmate on the expos and miracle centers, and the result is what we are seeing. It shows that they are not serious with the readings of their books. So I pray that there will be a turnaround.
But in those good old days, there were no Google, there were no AIs, there was no ICT. And now they have ICT, which makes learning very easy. And even in those good old days too, the number of hours you stay in school was not actually very long, because you come back, do your house chores, sleep, and then do other things in the house. I even join your parents in the market or in the shop to do one or two things. But this time around, they bring in private teachers, they use apps to teach you things the way you will understand it so fine. So I think they have more opportunity of, having...
Excelling, yeah.
Having 100% in WAEC. Yeah. So I don't know your take about that. Is ICT actually helping us? All these strategies, are they helping us, or should we go back to where we came from, and that's to Genesis?
Yeah.
Like I said, most of them hardly, go into this, the ICT and all that. They go into other things in this, while away their time. Even, I think, they say in economics, the machine the top can set in. When a
baby leaves from home, an 8-year-old baby leaves from home by 7 a.m. and then comes back by 5. Oh, and I go up. I don't remember.
We didn't do that, and we are sad, So, but I don't subscribe to going back to, Genesis.
Since Genesis is no more comfortable for us. Okay,
let's go next. The paper we have next for review this morning is the Punch newspaper with the banner headline screaming "Countdown to 2027. Ghana Baraje McCarthy tight race for PDP chair," with the riders saying neck divided over Damagun's fate. Wike plots counter move as PDP convention drama unfold. And at the mast of the Punch newspaper, states versus discos. Power cuts begin over tariff impasse. And then we also have here state defiance vow to dismantle discos grip amid Enugu blackout. African Bank leads $4 billion refinancing loan for Dangote refinery. And then we also have arrears crisis, protesting ex-soldiers, pressure federal government with Friday deadline. Okay, we have here Tinubu gift the Tigers $100,000 cash each and flats with OON awards. FAC to recover 101 billion naira from customs after audit report. $160 million fraud. Vietnamese police arrest 2 Nigerians, 5 accomplices. And also, Olubadan Ladoja awaits Makinde's nod after council nomination. That's all we have for you on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning.
Okay, now on Vanguard, we still have the story on the Tigers getting rewards from the federal government. So that it takes us to the masthead when we have NESG, high interest rate, insecurity responsible for low economic growth. And then we also have the smear campaign against Ojulari aimed at derailing oil sector reform, says group. Flash floods, ground leaders, businesses paralyzed. And then still on the WASE, we have the story on the WASE results there. And going down, we have entitlements, ex-soldiers, shut down finance in ministry. And then still on Olubado in council endorses Ladoja as what the fourth Olubado. And projects, Tinubu has been fair to Southeast, says Umahi, our brother. And then US to international students will revoke your visa if you skip classes, leave program. APC, ADC, Bika over attacks on Atiku, El-Rufai, Obi, Amechi. These are what we have. And then PDP crisis temporarily over, Wike declares. Wike Okanona, PDP. Okay, Ojulari resumes work amidst resignation of rumor. And then, I don't know if you want to take this, Mr. and Mrs. Story, most of your friends raised there. Can you get it well?
Let me see if I can.
It's so broad. Okay, so let's.
Most of your friends raised their dislike obesity in men, but you shared different opinions. Why? Looking at you gives me the hope that you are going to become rich man one day. That's interesting. Quickly, let's
husband and wife on
let's see this story of D Tigers getting the same thing as the Super Falcons getting. I hope this will cut across board. Now that the president has begun doling out 100,000 for Nigerians winning regional competitions.
Regional now.
Regional, that's the
not even global.
Not global yet.
Global, I hope, will give them,
maybe 500,000. And one duplex.
$500,000 will not even.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So I hope it cuts across, because now, come November, Nigeria, that is the Green Locust talking about the Nigeria Scrabble team, will be going to Ghana.
Yeah, this guy, the upper market,
will be going to Ghana to compete for the World Championship.
So you will get your.
And that one is World Championship.
Will you follow them? You go follow go.
Well, November is just around the corner. Exactly. So now, if we get there, and Nigeria is one of the, in fact, the #1 playing Scrabble nation in Nigeria, and #2 in the world. So if Nigerian contingent goes and then we do well, so that means 100,000 awaits every Scrabble.
And then
so that's what we're asking for. Exactly, a duplex. That's what we're asking for.
What's your thought about the continuity, the sustainability of giving such huge, rewards to athletes?
Yeah, I think
considering the fact that we have other sectors where people are also doing well.
Mr. President should have, put his ear on the ground and, hearken to the voice of reasonings that, those that oppose such, humongous splash of rewards, it's more than those that welcome it. And another thing is sustainability. Can you sustain this? Like AJ said, so any other sports group that wins trophies, you still go to dole out this kind of rewards. So like I said on the other day, I came for our ladies that this money aspect shouldn't have been there. The flats and the national honor is something to go with. So let's see how it goes with the Scrabble. Maybe AJ will get their own dollars.
No, this is it. The Tigers have won the Afro Basket 5 years on the bounce. The Super Falcons have won
5 good years.
Yeah, 5 times rather. Five times on the
5 good times rather.
Yeah, on the bounce.
Yes.
Then the Super Falcons won 10
times.
10 times the African what is it called championship.
Yes.
But the Nigerian Scrabble team have emerged 14-time champion out of 15. Out of 15 championships in Africa, Nigeria has won it 14 times.
Probably.
The only time we were recognized was during Obasanjo. And that was in 2007.
And so now we have Tinubu,
Okay.
So I have hope, renewed hope.
Renewed hope.
And
what I urge you.
Let me just go and do my work. Just go and do my work.
You just make sure that the media will be there. That's
exactly.
So that they can now escalate it and government will now hear and react. If they don't react, then call us so that we'll follow you and start shouting.
Okay, quickly, let's go to the next paper for review this morning, and that's the Vanguard newspaper. And then we have the banner headlines.
We're taking Vanguard, that's a Daily Independent.
Okay, sorry, Daily Independent. 712 billion outrageous for airport renovation. That's coming from aviation experts. We also have riders there saying, ask federal government to concession airports or engage in PPP. MMIA full renovation most expensive in the world. Clear sign of government wickedness to the people. That's coming from the Labour Party. And at the mast of the Daily Independent, African Bank leads $4 billion refinancing deal for Dangote refinery. El-Rufai article on mission to end rotational presidency. That's coming from APC. Okay, with the writer there saying, they says they are threats to unity, peace, progress of Nigeria. Okay. Nigeria's banks shun loans to businesses, deepening SME credit drought. We've seen the story of the reward for the ladies. Obi will defeat any candidate in the north. That's coming from former finance, Jerry Gana, former Minister for Communication. Wike slams Atiku over serial party defections. Interesting. Olubadan in council nominates Ladoja as 44th Olubadan. US to revoke student visas for those who skip classes. Wow, if you're going to America to study, make sure you stay in class. That's what they're saying.
So what they
and be serious with your studies.
That's actually why you went there for studies. Okay, so I don't know if you have anything to say about, we've had people who had students' visas, and at some point they drop from school, but stay back in, overseas in some countries. And we also have people skipping classes because they had to make ends meet. Families couldn't provide for their needs, so they had to work more hours and all this. So it makes them skip classes. So what are your thoughts on this?
My thought is that no condition is permanent, and nobody is permanent in a condition. Once a policy comes out, you have to adjust. You have enjoyed those times when you skip classes, those times you make ends meet. But there's a change. You have to change and adjust. Is either you face your studies seriously, or you get, the punishment that is going to be meted.
Do you think it's wickedness on the part of U.S. government?
No, they have, the policy that they are pursuing, and you have to key into the policies. If you are in Rome, you have to do like Romans, and it's a way of even making the students serious and graduate and go and face your work seriously. I want us to go to some political angle now.
Are you talking about Obi?
Let me talk about in one of the papers, Dave Umahi.
We have to string those together because Obi will defeat any candidate in the north. That's coming from the Daily Independent.
Yeah.
And then the Daily Times is saying Umai asks Southeast to forget presidential ambition.
Yeah, that's the area I wanted.
These are brothers saying that we should forget. Okay, when will it be our turn? If we forget it at this point, when will it be our turn?
It's very, very unfortunate that that statement is coming from Dave Umai. But on the other hand, I'm not surprised that he could make that statement, because he has been romancing with APC and the party. So the party in power is the party that made him minister. So he is singing their praises. He wants his principal to still be there, but it's not going down well with our people, that's the Southeasterners. You recall that the North has taken 8 years during Buhari, not going back now, but at least from Buhari. Now, the South is now taking a shot at the presidency under Tinubu now, who is there. Then they still have 4 more years to go after this completion of tenure of Tinubu. Now, we know that P2B's bid for that was truncated by INEC and their cohorts. Now, he is saying that he's going back to contest as the president of the country. Is a bona fide citizen of this country. You can't deny the fact. And he is saying also that if he gets to the presidency, that it's going to take only 4 years, knowing fully well that incumbent president is from the South. So I don't see the reason why Umahi would be saying that Southeast should forget that this thing. So is what I can call overstatement, and they should mind how he speaks. He's dealing with the people, and he shouldn't forget that after his job there, that he will come back to the Southeast. So he shouldn't be making unguarded statements, as they say in press. And also, the government in power, look at how people are suffering, and they're still singing their praises. Look at 712 billion outrageous for airport renovation. This government is, for the elitists, and the people on the ground are not feeling the impact of the government. So these humongous funds that are being given out for jobs that could take even direct labor to do. 712 billion. And from what I heard from some school of thoughts, they are, keeping the money for the campaign.
Wow.
And you can't, if you look at it, you see that's...
And you're being forced to believe that, right? Seems like it.
Seems like it. That they're just keeping money for the campaign. So it's outrageous, for this job. So I don't see any reason why. I support what Jerry Ghana said. If not for the truncation of by the INEC or the so-called glitches, which was man-made, P2B could have been there, and he could have delivered. He knows his onions. He has done it before. So I support Jerry Ghana in what he's saying.
Okay.
He's capable.
Okay, quickly let's go to the next papers for review this morning, continuing with this day newspaper. And then we have APC, ADC, El-Rufai confused and clueless, Abdullahi. Ruling party weaponizing personal attacks. And then we have a ruling party spokesman insists ex-governor Atiku on a mission to upend presidential rotational principle designed to promote national unity. And then we have APC must answer to Nigerians, ADC wants. And also we have Wike gives fresh condition for PDP convention. That's okay, with over 1.8 million barrels per day peak oil output in July, Nigeria inches towards meeting 2025 budget benchmark. That should be very, very interesting. Let's see how that can go so that we can reduce this borrowing. And then we have NUPRC deploys framework to ensure minimal production disruption, and says presidential mandate on oil production increase within reach. And then we also have Dangote Cement's new Ivory Coast plans to produce 3 million tons per year. Okay, quickly let's see what the Guardian is talking about this morning.
All right, we have on the masthead 2027 Southwest PDP lacks kicks as Wike backs Tinubu, gives fresh conditions for peace. And then petrol soars to 955 naira per liter as NNPCL marketers hike prices. APC alleges El-Rufai Atiku constitute threat to Nigeria's peace and unity. And then we have the screaming headline, desperation heightens as 2027 campaign begins 15 months ahead. That can be found on page 6 of this paper, The Guardian. And then maybe we'll take this one again, this few headlines. Aso Rock, White House reaffirmed trade ties despite tariff concerns. Nigeria's oil output hit 1.78 mbpd in July, reduces HI, that is a $5.3 billion revenue shortfall. Okay, these are the the headlines that we have there. Is there any other one?
Well, let's take the remaining papers so that we can just discuss it.
And go. Okay. So Daily Trust.
Yeah, Daily Trust is next for review. WAEC records worst result in 5 years. That's the banner headline on Daily Trust newspaper. Parents, others blame CBT for poor performance. Bandits raid Zamfara villages, abduct 24, with some other stories there. Day-old baby stolen from Ekiti Hospital. Troops kill 17 Boko Haram terrorists in Borno. Ojulari surfaces at public function. Ex-soldiers protest over unpaid entitlement. Residents, motorists stranded as flood hit Lagos. Again, Tinubu rewards athletes with 150 million naira each and national honors. That's all we have on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper.
And Nigerian Tribune is still screaming about the crisis in PDP over for now, being over for now, says Wike. And we go down and see, we have the story on flood, and then women rights group decries attack on female police officers. World first gonorrhea vaccination program to be rolled out in England. And then we have armed men on motorbikes kill 11, kidnap 70 in Zamfara. Kidnap 70 on a bike. Wow, this is outrageous. Okay, and then we can only take this one about Ekiti. Okay, Oyebanji at APC Secretariat formally declares intention to run for chairmanship. Okay, next paper, Ajulu.
And that's the Blueprint newspaper, and then we have the banner headlines still talking about the national honors given to the D-Tigress. Again, Wike reads Riot Act to property owners over unpaid ground rent. Panic in Lagos over persistent rainfall. Nimet predicts thunderstorms in 10 states. I witnessed that yesterday when I was in Bayelsa. It was raining cat and dog.
And, Nimet is still talking about that unusual, volume of rainfall. Yes, coming. So people should, people should,
take care and
take care. On Sunday, I went on an errand, and at Ifite, I didn't know that was how it was. We had because of the downpour, there was flood and all these, and then there was hold up. We stayed there for close to 20 minutes, and I was just saying people should be very careful because your tires could get into the flood, and then the next thing you're off. So let's be very quiet, very, very careful, and then also protect ourselves as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a concern about Wike telling, I don't know if that guy is a demigod. Because he's playing God. He will be in PDP. He is talking for those in APC, and PDP is not even doing anything for me. Is it because he's one of the highest financiers or what? Is Wike too big to be dealt with by his people, by his constituency, by his party for anti-party activities? Jerry?
The Wike matter is, I don't really know. I've said there, in some editions that I came, that I don't know why it's difficult for PDP to take a decision on about Wike. He's a party member like every other person. So he is there causing confusion for the party, and taking advantage of that crisis to make APC, to get some advantage. So I thought that they should have read the handwriting on the wall and asked him that it's over. I don't know if heaven will fall if they ask him to go. I can't really fathom out what is holding them from asking him to go and face APC. I'm still not. I'm still thinking of how why they still left Wike in PDP. It's causing a lot of problem for them. He was the man that caused the problem. Why PDP did not zone the presidency to south east. It was the man that caused their problem. And they're still causing the problem up till now. And they still left him in that party. I don't know what is happening with the people in PDP.
Okay. Now, you know, there's a worst scenario about armed banditry in Zamfara State. I think it's one of the worst case scenarios that I've ever seen, where armed men came into a state, abducted 70 persons and killed 11 in broad daylight. Where are we going to? Where are we headed to?
You know, the security situation in the country is very worrisome and frightening, and the government in power is not taking the bull by the horn, is still handling the matter with kid gloves. You know, they should go back to know the reason why that is still happening. You know, you know, long time ago, this could have been a thing of the past, but because of ethnicity and tribalism made the president of the country then, President Jonathan, to relieve Yejirika of his post because of what some stakeholders in the north term that is killing their people. Why is trying to extinguish the Boko Haram? That time it was Boko Haram. There was no banditry, no herdsmen then. So with this removal, it emboldened the people, and they can, you know, kept on expanding, and now you now hear of banditry, you have a terrorist group and other, you know. So my take is that the government is treating the matter with kid gloves, and some people in the north are benefiting as well, unfortunately, and their people are dying.
And some of them are elites.
And some of them are elites. You know, they have international donors bring in things. They benefit from that. They do money for IDPs. They benefit from that. While their people are dying, and you know, again came the abduction and kidnapping. People started benefiting from that.
Okay.
You know.
Thank you.
It's unfortunate. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sir Jerry Obudu, for joining us on the program.
Thank you, Ify baby. I salute you.
Thank you very much, sir.
I salute you too.
Thank you.
So that's it on this segment, the press review. Remember that we are trying to take the next segment, which is our discussion segment, and we are going to talk about the proposed bill to empower traditional rulers in Nigeria. Come see, come sir. We'll see you at the other end, just in a few minutes' time.